Hey, sophomores, how you doing? Here, we give you directions for today for World History on Friday, March 27th. Got my globes behind me. I don't know if you know this about me, but I do collect globes. I'm such a nerd that I like to buy globes from like garage sales and other places that are really old, and I try to find the year by looking at the countries that are on there and how they've changed. And I can usually be within about 3 or 4 years. I know that's pretty nerdy. You know the thing about globes, though? They mean the world to me. All right, let's move ahead. So, our chapter is Crusades, changing the post-classical era. Our objective is going to be to illustrate the changes that happened in Europe from before, during, and after the Crusade. Our main focus is going to be typing our essays. Oh, I should add in there, we're going to do a Flipgrid. Pretty cool. I think you'll like it. Hope you do anyway. All right, so here is our agenda. Number one, let's review everything you're supposed to do. A few of you guys have been a little behind. Most of you are keeping up really well, though. You guys are doing awesome. And again, I'll tell you, if you can keep up through all of this and keep on your assignments, watch videos, manage your time, you are so going to be ready for college because this is a lot of what college is like. So let's take a look. Number one, the first thing you had to do was your Crusades packet. Your Crusades packet was that's supposed to be done, videos, notes, and everything. So if you're a bit behind, where do you get that? You just scroll back to our first day of the Crusades, and you get your packet, which is all the way back here, the Google Doc for the Crusades. Oh, actually, there it is. There's the packet for the Crusades. If you do not have that, you need to get that and take all your notes for it, but you should have that already. All right, so make sure that is done. That's checklist item number one. Number two on our list is post on the discussion board if you haven't done that. And let's get back to the website again. Where do you do that on the discussion board? Right, where is that? Oh my, right here on the 16th, where there are 70 comments. Awesome. Only 80 some of you in this class. That means almost everybody has commented, and that is worth 3 points on our packet in total. So make sure that's done. If it's not, you can still do it right now. I understand some people got behind because things have been weird since this whole coronavirus thing has happened and we're doing distance learning. Next is to fill out the group graphic organizer. And where would I find that? Oh, I'll let you know. If you go back to the 19th, actually Friday's less than the 20th, my mistake. And you can actually look at anyone's on here, but make sure you go to your hour and you fill out your part with your name, claim, evidence, explanation, and also you have in there your thesis statement and your context as well. We'll take a look here, and this is pretty awesome. We got topics in there. Then we have down here where we got some claims, evidence, and explanation getting done. So make sure you can look at these. Look at that. Claims, evidence, explanation. Ooh, someone's working on it right now. And you can even look at these for typing. If you need some support, if you don't know how to do it, you can look at your peers. Why did I make this graphic organizers in groups? So you could look at other people's, because we don't have that normal time where we can compare and share with each other and go over your notes. Now you can do it by looking at these group graphic organizers. You can even go outside of your class if you want to. But make sure you get that filled out. I'm going to be, since I can't collect your packets, I'm going to be grading your graphic organizers like they're your notes, okay? So those are going to be graded as if they were your notes. All right, so if those are all done, you're like, Mr. Wood, I did that already. Awesome. If you haven't, get it done. And your example essay that I put up there, I also gave you guys, you'll remember this, a blast from the past. We had an example essay that you could read and you could label on there context, thesis, and then your claim, evidence, and explanations. And if you're behind, watch these videos. Just go back, watch the videos. I explain all the directions for it as well. And most of you have been keeping up every day and doing just an awesome job. All right, so now what? Now what we need to do is we need to write this essay. All right, so what are the parts that we are going to need? Your essay needs to have context in it. You need to explain the context of this era. What were the big things that were going on in this era? Mongols, Polynesians, Islam spreading, anything about the Crusades, give background information. What's going on from 600 to 1450? Then you need a thesis, which we've basically said is the combination of your claims. Combine your claims together. Again, if you're struggling, look at the group docs and see what other people are putting. Or email me and say, Mr. Wood, does this work for a thesis? Mr. Wood, does this work for a context? I will reply to you within 24 hours. And then lastly, you need 2 claims and evidences. These can be separate paragraphs. And if you feel really comfortable just doing claim, evidence, explanation, like we've done in the past, go ahead and just do that as 1 paragraph, claim, evidence, explanation. Some of you might want to make your explanation a separate paragraph. You only need 1 explanation. You can have 2, but you only need 1 explanation. And lastly, as has been said a couple times during the class, to grade these, we've created our rubric. It is here under the 25th, I believe. And here is how we will grade it. So where did I find that again? That's right here under the 25th on here, where we have our directions and our rubric for the class right there. All right, so let's get into what is due. So you're going to start you're going to write. You are going to type your essay, practicing talking here, and let's try to have this rough draft completely done by Sunday at 11:59. So Sunday 11:59, that is when this is due. Okay, and then I'm going to give you some directions for what to do on Monday, but you should have your essay completely done on Sunday. And I'm going to give you some directions for how to share that with other people, how to grade each other's, and such. All right, there's one last thing that we have to do, and I want to use Flipgrid. So here is your assignment. Flipgrid, you're going to have 2 questions on there. What is your biggest worry or concern about your Crusades essay? This is an essay. We're not typing together. You're kind of typing this at home. Could be a little unnerving. I want to know what your biggest worry about your Crusades essay is, and be honest. And number 2 is, what do you feel the most confident about with your essay? Now, you're going to be recording these on Flipgrid, and other people are going to be hearing them. So if it's something kind of personal and you don't want people to know about, don't say it. All right. And also have this in a place in your house where you're okay with people looking at it. All right. And when you are recording yourself, be wearing something that's appropriate that you could wear in school, like on a non-uniform day, and be talking like you would be talking in school when you're making this video. Keep all the standards to what it should be like in school. Otherwise, I got to delete it and not give you credit. If there's anything kind of offensive or anything like that, then I got to delete it and it won't be counted. Also, here's the test I always say. Would Sister Mary be okay watching it? If Sister Mary would be okay watching it, post it. If you don't think Sister Mary would be okay with it, don't post it. That's a test that I always use anything in school. And I think, I don't think Sister Mary would like it. Don't put that online. Okay? So let me show you Flipgrid here. Get myself a little organized. And this is what Flipgrid looks like. The questions are right there. And this big green button that's kind of pulsating. Okay, the pulsating green button. Don't worry, it's not going to hurt you. You'll push that, and then either on your phone or on your computer, you can record your message. So take a look at what's around you. Globes are nice. And then record your message. And it's going to be about a minute or so long. So where do I go on the website for that? Glad you asked. Right here is the link, and right here is the flip code if you need it. I'm not even sure if you need that link, but there it is if you do. And using that, you can post your video and you can watch anyone else's. You can delete it, you can record again. You have the power to do that on Flipgrid. Okay, but again, make sure your background's good, you're wearing something decent, and use words that you would use in school. All right, also remember, you're typing your essays. Have these things typed and finished by Sunday as a rough draft. Okay, that means the whole thing should be done. All right, so other people can grade it, but you're not quite ready to turn it in because you want someone else's eyes to read it and look at it with you. All right, that is all. Hope you guys have a absolute blessed weekend. You've been awesome. I'm amazed at the quality of work we're getting right now. I'm actually getting some written responses which are even better than what I normally get in class. So you guys keep it up. You're doing awesome. I miss you, and I'm looking forward to when I get to see you guys walking around Cristo Rey again. All right, have a great weekend.